Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Rob Prestowitz, and I love to split wood. I love to find wood and collect it. I love to chainsaw it and stack it, and I especially love to burn it. And it is very therapeutic, it's energizing, it's a fun way to be outside, get some good exercise, and there are a lot of important things that we should share with you. So I thought it'd be fun to explain why chopping wood would be a good exercise for you to consider. First, I've got the best partner in the world right here. My wife, Monica. She's a natural wood splitter, 4th century samurai, and relentless worker that I can't keep up with. So what we have here is the raw material, firewood that we've collected with a friend. We have a bunch of friends who know we look for wood all the time. And this is a real haul here. It's seasoned oak, a little bit of trying to do that we got from not too far here in Delaware. And it is going to be beautiful firewood come next winter. But first thing we got to do is get it off the truck and in a position to split. So here is the first step. We got a little chopping block here, piece we've already chopped, and an intermediate piece here that we're going to examine. One of the awesome cool things about every piece of wood is it's got a story and a history and a personality, every single piece. So the grain, the knots, the degree of rot, the kind of bugs you find inside, every single piece is full of a little story of fascination. So that's part of the fun. This piece, you look at it here, it looks like a fairly simple, straightforward piece, single split, no problem. But there's hidden secrets. Let's take a look at those hidden secrets. So this typical round here, you just think, oh my gosh, it's got a nice natural split here. You split here, it ought to go right down. Nice natural split here, no problem. But it's always good. And something like that where you notice it's a little fluted at one end. So you're like, let's take a look, and oh my gosh. What you got here is double rings, which means that there's a fork in this piece of wood. If we were to split it in this direction, really tough, maybe impossible. But if we go from the other way, we might give it a try. So we're gonna give it a shot. We know we can't split it in this direction unless we shave off little pieces here. So a lot more to look at here, but we're gonna start and seeing where that split is right about there. I'm gonna ask Monica to see if she can do it right here. By the way, really important thing. And this is the most important thing in wood is to hit the same spot every time once you know how to control your swing. We'll talk about that. But if you're aiming for this, in your mind, you don't see anything here, you don't see anything here. All you see is this crack. I'm not kidding. You focus on that like some sort of Zen master, that all you realize when you go to swing that axe is that line. And your axe blade is gonna go right there. Right, Monica?
I hope so.
And if it goes there once, it's going to go there twice or 4 times. So if you put it in the same spot, that's the mark of a master wood splitter.
Ready? Whoa. Oh.
Not bad. Not bad, but oh man, you had some force on that. Stop. Here's a really important thing. You know, when you got a piece of wood, and that's in there pretty good because my wife is strong, and it tendencies to pull up, it's a lot easier to push down. Whoa! It's a lot easier to push down on the handle because you get more leverage. Just like that. And by the way, really good. This is not a hard way to get hurt. So if you're paying attention to how your legs are split and what's around you and here's nearby. I remember when I was a kid, my dad was splitting wood and I was standing a little off to the side, kind of like Monica is, and a piece came off, flew up, hit me in the head right here. Big giant gash, blood gushing everywhere. And I've been crazy ever since. So it actually helped redirect my life. And this whole thing, by the way, is about the transfer of energy. So this is physics. Kinetic energy is equal to 1/2 the mass times the velocity squared. So the bigger the head, can you hand me that axe, Monica? The bigger the head, the more mass you have, which is really helpful. So some pieces, when I got a tough piece, I'll probably go to the bigger axe. But with a longer handle, you can get faster velocity. And since the velocity is squared, you increase the power of your swing, the kinetic energy transfer from your swing to the wood to a power of 2 as opposed to just a single linear multiplier with the mass. The faster you can swing the axe, the more power you have. Trying to muscle it with your muscles, not going to be effective. Right now, so when I swing, like a lot of times Monica will be on her back heels, or she'll be kind of swinging this way and really using her upper body strength. But it's really about letting your arms really get the radial motion. And the longer that head swing is, the faster it moves, the more velocity, and you square that energy. Oh, this is just good stuff. Like the combination of physics and nature, woo! Who knew? Now, I don't know, Brooke can't tell you that, but that is dead center in the crack I wanted to hit. Anyway, very exciting. Now I'm going to stop there. I got a good start for you, Monica, but it's tough. I can feel how tough it is because you can see it's split here, but down there where we saw that knot, that's fork in the thing, it doesn't want to give in. So let's see if Monica can give a couple whacks, and then maybe I'll go back. All right, Monica. Oh, that's better. And remember, just keep thinking all you're trying to do is focus on that crack.
Okay.
And the blade going right in that crack. Oh, better. Keep thinking Gaijin, samurai sword.
Paper making.
So sometimes Monica will get us started and I'll say, all right, let's take a crack at it. But we're gonna look next at a much simpler piece of wood. I wanted to show you this one because it had such an interesting personality. So, and then when you burn that, if you've battled with it until you get it into the pieces you want, then when you burn it, it's more satisfying. Let's see here. So I'm not even trying too hard, but what I'm going to focus on is speed of the axe. And now we're pretty close. Oh, look at this. Look at that grain. Oh, has that wonderful oak stink. So you look at it, you smell it, probably could taste it. Doesn't taste that good. Never done that before, but it was fun to do. But this is a really beautiful thing. And I have to say, like, imagine how long it took to grow that tree. Imagine what that tree saw in its woods. I have no idea, but God does. He saw all those things. I just think it's so cool. Nick. So that piece probably should be cut in half one more time. All right, Monica, come on over here and exact your revenge. How about it? Right down the middle. Focus. Oh, yeah. I was standing in a dangerous place there. So we're going to start with a more traditional piece this time. This is essentially the next piece up from that piece we just split. And you probably can't tell from there. By the way, these radial grains and then the circles of the wood, and of course you can count it, and you get to a really big drum of wood and you count it, it's 150 years old. You think, my gosh, it goes back to 150 years, 1870, just after the Civil War. Just double checking, this is just a really nice straight piece of wood. Monica, piece of cake, you're gonna split that right in half. But again, like, even there's not a huge crack here, she has to pick a specific, maybe something 1/10 of a millimeter in size to focus on. Something that small will bring a much more accurate swing because then you're very focused. All right, Monica. All right, so Monica, you are ready to go right down the middle. You're highly focused Zen samurai. Not bad. So hit it again, hon. Right in that crack. Oh, that is my wife. Woohoo! It's one reason I treat her with such respect. A woman that's good with an axe, it's healthy for the relationship. It's always kind of fun to be in the back. You're standing in the bed of your truck. It just feels better somehow. Definitely good for manliness. My voice drops a couple decibels when I'm standing in my truck. But I want to get a decent sized drum. I'm gonna leverage that. By the way, look at the red. Oh, wow. And then look at these growth rings, by the way. You probably can't see it from there. But when it starts, very tiny growth rings here. And then it gets compressed. So look, this is the middle of the tree. Look at the difference here. Fascinating. So it's about 4 times as large on this side as this. So obviously this was a shaded side, and this was the side, actually in this case, towards the driveway. So somewhere probably around here, maybe when it was 20, 30 years old, they put that driveway in. And from that point on, this baby took off out to here. And then you see the growth rings start to really reduce here as the tree became unhealthy and died. But here's what I want to show you. This is just entertainment. You get a nice big drum like this, and you roll it off the end of the truck. Makes a satisfying thud. So here we go. Thud number 1. Oh, that was satisfying. Was that satisfying, Monica?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna see how to split a big drum like this, which takes a slightly different technique. So in this case, I've been sort of swinging kind of half swings like that, and I might even be able to do it with it. But what I want to do is sometimes I got a really bad piece. This is advanced wood splitting. Not everybody gets to this level. I find when I've got a piece that's really bad, I'm going to start like this with my hands already down. It's harder to control the axe this way. It's harder to hit the exact spot this way. But you're going to get, so I'm going to go with a huge swing like this, all the way around like that. And I probably increased by about 18 inches the radius of this swing. So let's see what it has. And I'm trying to aim. You can see there's sort of a crack right there. I want to aim for that. So I was about a 1/4 inch off that crack. That's pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with that. And it didn't go all the way in. Sometimes it would. Not on the first swing probably, but I've made a pretty good crack down here that wasn't there before. So that tells you my wood is speaking to me. And it's saying like, yeah, split here. It's a good place to be. Now that second split was exactly on the crack. And so I moved it over a 1/4 inch and voila. And it's interesting that shows you, now it was a second split, but also shows you if I hit that crack exactly in the first split, just that 1/4 inch was probably enough to find the weak spot. So again, it's just so interesting. It's kind of like the strategies in life. Hit the right spot, it all goes easier. So what I do sometimes, if I hit it here, then this piece is going to protect it from going down. And I happen to see a crack there, so I'm going to put that in thirds, for example. Pull that up. I'm going to put this in thirds. And the other thing, when you're swinging like this and it just breaks, oh, that is very satisfying. So you're like, things have been driving you crazy. Imagine there's been a pandemic and some unexpected things are happening. You're like, ah! Uh-oh, that's what it is like with a pandemic. But like, ah! But by the way, I did something I should tell you about. Crack here, split here, split here. A little off in this one, but I put all three of those almost in the same row. So when you have a piece this big, and you probably can't split it with a single spot, you have to go along a line. Another really great example of how good your wood skills are getting is when you can put it in the exact line all the way down. And it's less important that you split the wood than like the sense of doing that well. Just very satisfying. So anyway, I'm gonna split this in some different pieces. This piece will be a little harder because it's wider. And then maybe one more 1/4. And you see that goes in the exact same spot. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is kind of fun. And I want to do the same thing, protect my axe. So I'm going to use each of these pieces, boom, so I can take off those corner pieces like that. Anyway, you get the idea. Very satisfying. Now I gave my wife the toughest piece to start with. That's always smart too. If you want to look good, take the easy piece, train the other people on the hard pieces, but don't tell her that. Anyhow, now we finish all this wood. We're gonna stack it, let it sit 12 months, and then we're gonna put it in that fireplace, sit in front of it, and enjoy the heat. By the way, all right, thank you so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed that. It's a privilege to get to share that with you. I love it. And someday, post-pandemic, maybe, God willing, that I'd have to come out and show you in person how to split wood. God bless you, be safe, be healthy, and I appreciate you watching this video. By the way, disclaimer, we're not responsible for any injuries from the viewing of this video. I don't know how it works, but I hope you don't hurt yourself.